me, we can plant you in firm and good ground. Yet if you go to the place that you think is safe, that you think is going to be free, that you think there's not going to be any famine, that you think is going to provide for you, you got another thing coming. But what gets me about this story, and you could go back and read the rest of it, but what gets me about this story more than anything else is that before they went to Jeremiah, they already had their minds made up. Before they went and asked for the supplication of the Lord, they already had decided on what they're going to do. And I believe there's many of us that we want to go up there for prayer and we want to go see what God says, but we're not really looking for him to give us an answer. We're looking for him to agree with what we already decided. We're looking for some confirmation for the way that we think we're supposed to go. We just want the man or woman of God to give us a little warm and fuzzy feeling. Even after they went and said, well, whatever God tell you to tell me, brother, I'm going to do it. You ever had somebody tell you that? God told me to be right beside you. God told me that. All right, we got to go outside. I don't know about that, brother. I got a skin condition. My feet hurt. I have bunnies. My shoes are not right. Every excuse in the book not to do what God asked them to do. So you have people that bounce from church to church.
Church hoppers.
To church. To church. To church. To church. I'm not exaggerating. Some people jump this much. Yeah. To church. Looking for somebody to touch and agree with, but they already have the thing that they want them to agree with. Too many of us are coming to God with a ready, made up mind. And not saying that, Lord, I will do whatever you ask me to do. We're saying, Lord, I want you to do what I already planned for. Lord, I'm coming to you asking you to do what I want to do. Even though there may be plagues and there may be death and there may be hardships, this is what looks right to me. Said, God, I really don't want to tell somebody that they've been doing that. He said, it's okay because you did it too. I went looking for the prosperity preacher because I was broke. I wanted somebody that can put something in the mouth. Show me how to get this. Everything was about materials. Everything was about what I could show on the outside to prove that I'm blessed.
Come on now.
It was about what can I have on where people know that God is with me. And what shoes will let them know that I'm sanctified. What suit can I put on to let them know that I'm full of the Holy Ghost. I want to look like somebody. Be like somebody. Act like somebody. But not knowing that wasn't nobody down here I needed to be like. But what I needed to be like is up there. So I went looking, I went searching until I ran into a man of God that said, boy, go to 2 Timothy chapter 4. He said, read verse 2 and verse 3 and verse 4. And it says, 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2 through 4. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. There are too many people saying that they're seeking after the Lord our God, and all they're seeking for is somebody to tell them a good tale. I don't want to hear about the rich young ruler that didn't want to leave his stuff to become part of Jesus's camp. to carry his cross. I want to hear about the person that got blessed. I want to hear about how Solomon became the richest man so I can understand how to become the richest man. I want to hear about how people got material things, not knowing that what I was searching for was spiritual. So we moved from place to place, looking for what we wanted to look for. Although saying that we were going to obey the word of the Lord. Yet I had a made up mind. But it was until I walked in this little old church in Las Vegas. I think it was down on Martin Luther King. I walked in there and I saw this man singing up on the pulpit by himself with Jerry Curl stuff in his hair. And there was this lady that looked at me. I thought it was kind of funny. And she looked again. And that brother was up there singing praise and worship by himself. But it sounded like a full choir. I said, Lord, what manner of praise and worship is this? And we kept going. Young brother was on the drums getting down. And that lady kept looking at me. Then it came time for altar call, and she spoke to me and said, you hear from God, but you've been running from God. She repeated, said, you hear from him, but you've been running from him. But until you put yourself in one place, you won't be able to receive the things that God has for you. She told me I needed to stand my ground. I ran. Again, mother. For what, 8 months? 8 months we took off.
That's right.
Going from church to church. I ain't want to hear that. I ain't want to, no. Show me how to look blessed. I'll deal with the other stuff at home. Now that's just telling the truth. Everybody wants to keep all their things inside and deal with them themselves. When God said, I need you to worship me in spirit and truth. Yeah, I wanted to have it all together on the outside, but like a broken cistern on the inside, saying that I'm looking for the Lord, but I'm running from every word that he gives me. Why? Because none of them lined up, but I already predisposed myself to. And one day I had a friend that I met in Japan who was having a little seminar. And he said, I'm having one at this little church. I said, where is this place? He said, it's on Gowan, I think. And I walk in and I got kind of scared. Because I saw that same little lady.
Oh, what's up?
And she looked at me again. This time she smiled. I was like, why? So I moved to my right. She kept looking. I moved to my left, and she kept on looking. And afterwards, she said, I knew you'd be back. And I'm like, I'm just coming to visit my friend. I don't know what you're talking about. And that was on a Thursday. Matter of fact, y'all just met the lady. And we came back on a Sunday. And she told me the same thing she told me the first time. Stop running and stand. God told the children of Judah, the leaders, that you need to stand. Stay right here. Though the storms may swell around you, notice that they go around you and not through you. Though the famine may seep in every part of the land, notice that it ever touches you. But that will only happen if you would just stand your ground. We have to get out of our mindset. Our questions that we have already answered, we need to start wiping them and rubbing them blank and see, what does God say about this? Yes, prosperity may come, but is it my time?
Talk, preacher.
Yes, this relationship is on its way, but is it my time? Yes, my church is on the way, but is it my time? I know it ain't my time. Praise God. That's probably the last thing. But too many Christians today are looking just to solve earthly problems when they have spiritual origin.
Yes, Lord.
They're looking to solve why the bank account isn't full, but their spirit is empty. They're looking to find out why I'm going off in my relationships and my anger seems to consume everything that I touch, not recognizing that the opposite in the spiritual realm is peace, joy, long-suffering. We're looking to cure spiritual ills with earthly medicine. It's not going to work. No longer do we have